Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here. You know, and having spent over 40 years addressing the concerns that to me is a concern that everybody has, and that is living on this earth in these bodies during these times and being satisfied with your life. To me, that's a concern for me. And I can't even imagine another human being not having that as a concern. Might be, but I can't imagine it. That being the case, I look at the earth and try to understand why it doesn't happen and how could it happen. And for some strange reason, I understand why it doesn't happen. Not only that, I understand how it could happen. And so I've been spending all of these years, it appears to no end. And it's very difficult to understand. I think about how I believe it was the 7th of December when Israel got attacked by Hamas or Gaza from Gaza, something I'm not very sure exactly, but you know the story. And that was very bad. That was very bad. But since that time, I understand that the Palestinian people, children, real young children, have been killed by the thousands by those who suffered so dearly at losing 100 or so. And that eliminate all the humanity, all of the empathy, all the compassion that they might have held for other people, if they held some at all. And I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, why is it that we are living in this world like this? I realize uh, somebody took advantage, and apparently this is the result. I think about it like this, ladies and gentlemen. As I was trying to pull in that thought, this crossed my mind. How is it that you can take a group of people that can come to your house to visit you, and you allow them to come in and visit with you? In fact, you're glad that they're there, give you a chance to get exposed to something different, and at the same time share what you have with others that perhaps haven't experienced it yet. So everything, as far as you're concerned, is happy dappy. And you understand that maybe it takes a few days. A few days might be required in this situation. And it's no problem. It's just some more time to enjoy. But then all of a sudden, what unbeknownst to you, your visitors don't have the same attitude about what's going on as you do. You were glad to be able to help, to come in and fill the gap. You were glad about that, and I'm sure they were too, but for different reasons. While you were excited about what was going on and probably praising your way of physical and spiritual uplift, they were scheming how to rip you off. And the next thing you knew, before, you were being whopped side the head, knocked out, beat down, taken over, your house taken over. These people are now ruling not only you but your children. And then they are they aren't treating you good at all. They've just taken over your place and putting you out, evicting you, putting you out of your place. You go someplace else. You don't know where to go, but you just go someplace else. Get out of here. We've taken this. Can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? We've taken this. Now get out, and kick them out. And they have to go find someplace else to stay. And then this is not good enough just yet. These bullies go and find some more people and bring them in chains to this house that they've stolen. and use them for anything they want to. They use them for slave labor. They work them. They use them for making extra money, use to do other labor, sell them, separate them, use them as sex slaves, do anything you want to with them, whip them, beat them down, and even kill them in order for them to continue to live. Otherwise, you'll kill them. Wow. Ooh-wee. Who could do something like that to people? Take another's home, drive them out, beat them in, bring in slaves, do anything you want to with them, kill them and stuff, and make rules and regulations, and always keep them in bondage. Never wake up, never have any growth, never have any spirituality, maturity. And then want to make sure that when people grow over time, centuries, you still want to find some way to, even if they think they're making some progress, you can take advantage of it on the other end. It doesn't seem to me, ladies and gentlemen, that anybody that would do that to another person does not know anything about a God of love. And any people that knows that that is wrong and they go along with it, they're worse than the people who are ignorant and don't know any better. Also, the Indians, the natives, anybody that get ran out of their own house, doing so because of fear. Fear because they don't know the truth. And not knowing the truth, they subject themselves to the power of evil, the power of lies, the power of hate. Those who ran out of the house were that way. Those who were brought in and turned into slaves, beat down, and went through all of that, did the same thing as the natives. They submitted. And when they thought they had weakened society enough to make some laws that would pass that would legitimize some of this newfound freedom that they finally got, they find that it's no real deal. All it takes is for those who kept them in bondage before to decide that they want to do it again. And they will do whatever it takes to do it again. The question really is, at this point in time, what will the slaves, the descendants of the slaves, what were they, the slaves, let me just call them slaves as they are, what are they going to do? Are they going to submit? And what is the rest of the country going to do? Since we asked that question, I'm thinking about Donald Trump and what he plans to, what kind of evil he plans to exercise on American people. He has promised he's going to do it. And for some strange reason, the devil might have some schemes up that outsmart the people. And that joker might get back in office. And I'm wondering, what will the rest of America do? Well, you say, well, this is a democracy, and he did win. And that being the case, we got to just turn over power and fall in line. Excuse me for laughing like that. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And why would that happen? Because the people really have no relationship with God. This is a game that is being played, shaped around truths, but has no relationship to truth when it comes to the actions of the people. Nah. I think you got enough.